Hello and welcome to Chessbook Reviews 139. I was in Tadley, which is near Basingstoke, yesterday afternoon, and I saw a board game in a charity shop, and I thought, well, it was very worthwhile. A hospice shop, so I've bought it and I'm going to show it to you now. But before I do, thanks to a couple of new members, Ruben Williams and Ralapalli Sagar. Both very welcome. And if you're not a member, or if you think you are a member, but having checked, you'll realize that you're not, please like and subscribe down below. It's much appreciated, and it becomes necessary as time goes on. So thank you. What I'm going to do is show you the board game, which is called the Queen's Gambit. Here's Beth Harmon, looking studious. And this is, of course, a Netflix television program. I have to struggle with myself, always probably will, not to say that it is a film. It's not a film, it's a television program. And here's the box. And there's Beth. It says the board game underneath. I have to say straight out that I think I'm the wrong person, really, to demonstrate this. I think it needs somebody with perhaps less pretensions than I've got. There's the board. There's the board. And hope you can still hear me. Now, I've been looking through the rules, and they are fairly straightforward. The oldest player goes first, and then you rotate as you would in a game of cards, anti-clockwise or clockwise, depending on what you're most comfortable with. And you have a series of cards allocated to your color gambit. And your color gambit is decided by these little guys that are standing on some roundels, and the roundels on the other side have a picture of Beth Harmon. And when they're captured, you can put the roundel into your hand. And at the end of the time you've been playing for, they recommend 15 minutes. You can count up the number of points you've scored, for example, on a rook like that. 5 points and so forth. 3 for the pawns, 5 for the bishop, and 6, perhaps slightly surprisingly, for the knight. Let me show you the knight. There we are. The pieces are decided by lot, or your piece movement is decided by lot. You can deal out 3 cards. You're not supposed to look at them, having dealt them, but for kids, and this is of some interest perhaps to some of you, the game is for 2 to 4 players. You could actually make it into a solo effort, I think, with a little imagination and planning, but it's for 2 to 4 players, and the point being that it should only last 15 minutes. The pieces move as in chess. So, for example, this is my first card, and you do them in threes. So you put all 3 cards out prior to playing them out. So all the opposition players can see that face down, they have different colors. For example, here's Beth with the red queen and so forth, which is represented here. So that's not too difficult. And the object is to try and capture as many of these as you can, and to score as many points as you can. If your pieces are in the way, or rather, if your opponent move, and obviously the pieces move the same as in chess, except that the object isn't to. The object is to score as many points as you can, to accumulate as many points as you can in the time allocated, rather than to checkmate the king. If you're playing with people that don't know chess, standard chess, you are provided, and I think these are rather good, with a little card. There's one each. There's 4 cards in all, to show you how the pieces move. Now, I might be the world's biggest cynic, but I think that's rather good. And they're nice quality too. So you're not suddenly going to become dog-eared or whatever. There. These cards provide you with some guidance as to the placing of pieces there. And you can see the special Gambit pieces there, 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 and there, the Gambit queens, which is not the same as a queen because they're made of plastic, and here they are. Now, if you are confused by that, so am I. But I think that's most of the rules. I've never played this game, and I probably never will. But I don't want to dissuade anybody from having a go at it. And if you see it in a shop, I think it would make a suitable present for a young player, a learner. There are 4 starting spots for the setup card. Each player will select one of these spots and place their Gambit on the matching space of the board. And the starting spots are underneath, and here they are. So that's nice and clear. And there's Beth underneath. There she is. Faceless, but omnipresent in our games. And as I say, there's 4. And the setup, in case you forget it, positions are shown to you there. There we are. See, with the red in front and the blue to the side and the white on A6. One thing that they say is that these pieces do not move. So it's your attempt. You make every attempt to capture them. And the one who captures the most is the winner. But if you have to do a tie break or you run out of time, then you use the points on the pieces, those which you've captured, not that remain on the board, but those which you have captured, like this. And it's a handy little tip, and not something which is common to chess, that the rook with a 5 on it, if you come over the other side, it's a white rook with a 5 on it. So that may help a younger player to think, well, what's it worth and what will I score at the end of the session? I think that's about it. This has been a Netflix board game called The Queen's Gambit. And I hope that you will like and subscribe. This is Gene Chess Book Reviews 139. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.